Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Operation Homestead. Pretty hot day outside. Chickens are all out because it's shaded now, so figured it'd be a perfect time to do a video. So now that we've weighed out all the pros and cons of chicken keeping, it's time to make one of the most important decisions in this stage of your chicken journey, and that is picking a breed. There are so many different breeds to choose from, each with their own benefits and quirks. According to chickenfans.com, even if you grouped all the breeds by color and by name, you would still end up with around 500 chicken breeds. That's a lot to choose from. At first glance, this may appear quite daunting, but not to worry, because that's exactly why I made this video, to help you understand the differences and to guide you towards the breed that's best suited for you and your situation. There are three main types of breeds: layers, broilers, and dual purpose. Each of these types produce different things depending on what you're looking for. Eventually, we'll cover all the breed types and what to look for within each type, but for now, let's just begin with the most popular breed type amongst beginner and advanced backyard chicken owners, and that is the egg layer type. As the name implies, these chickens are bred primarily for egg production. If you are a first-time chicken owner, I would highly suggest you start out with this type, as the process of raising them is a bit less labor-intensive and is drawn out over a longer amount of time, so you can really become comfortable with raising chickens. You also don't have to worry about the whole butchering process, which can be extremely daunting to many folks, including myself. When looking for a breed in this category, the main thing you'll want to research is its annual egg production, or in other words, the amount of eggs that they are estimated to lay per year. That number can range from less than 100 to over 250 per chicken. This is important to know because you want to make sure that you aren't overwhelmed with way more eggs than you need, or worse, that you aren't going to the store and buying eggs because you aren't receiving enough. This will also help you understand how many chickens you might need to buy. So how do I know how many eggs I need per year? Well, let's start with something easier. How many eggs do you and your family use a day, on average? 3, 10, 25? Now just multiply that by 7, and then again by 52, and boom, you've got your estimated egg consumption per year. But just to give you kind of a real-world example, let's say between breakfast and some baking, I consume roughly 5 eggs a day. I would multiply that by 7 because there's 7 days in a week, which would be 35. And then again by 52, there's 52 weeks in a year, which leaves me with a total of an estimated consumption of 1,820 eggs per year. Now I know that I need at least 1,820 eggs per year to sustain myself. Now that you know how many eggs you consume, you'll want to determine the max number of chickens that you would want to raise. What is the most amount of chickens you feel that you can handle? This largely depends on your preference and the amount of space you have. But I would say that for a beginner, that number should probably be anywhere between 10 and 20. You definitely want to know this beforehand so that when looking at a specific breed, you can easily tell if your max number of birds will be able to produce a sufficient amount of eggs for you. If not, that breed may just not be for you. Here's an example. So I've got 10 Easter eggers. So going back to our number of eggs needed per year, which is 1,820, let's see if they will be able to produce the required quota using their annual egg projection. According to the happychickencoop.com, which is a great website to get in-depth specs on a breed you're interested in, I would highly recommend going over there when doing any of your research. It's not sponsored, I just have received a lot of value from their articles and want to pass that along to you. Anyway, according to them, Easter eggers are projected to lay an average of 200 eggs per year. Yeah, so multiply that by 10 and you get a whopping 2,000 eggs, which will exceed my baseline by 180 eggs. So not only will I have enough for myself, but I'll also have some left over to sell or to give to friends. Pretty simple math, right? However, that simple math could save you a lot of time and money in the long run, so definitely don't skip it. It is also helpful to know that most Easter eggers have a laying span of about 3 to 4 years, meaning after that time, they retire, so to speak, and their laying drops exponentially. This is also important to consider because unless you give them away after laying age to someone who just happens to like chickens for the sake of having them, which is what we did with our last batch, they will probably be freeloading for a few more years until they die of old age. I personally don't see this as a con, it's just natural, but it's worth mentioning. There are definitely other things that you want to look into other than egg projection, such as bird temperament, special raising requirements, and the egg size or color. But most of those things are preference-based and secondary, and they don't really affect the main goal of this type, which is egg production. However, you probably still want to look into those things when choosing a breed, as it will affect the raising process quite a bit. But the good thing is you can easily find all the specs on a specific breed with a simple Google search. Choosing a breed is a fun task, but it can also be a little overwhelming, especially if you've never done it before. So if you're still unsure on which breed to purchase, be sure to subscribe, because next week I will be revealing the top 3 layer breeds for beginners. But until then, glorify Yahweh, fill the crates. See y'all next time.